In this video, I will show how to use Cami to open and edit the PDFs that are the guided notes for a lot of the courses in Edmentum. My in-person students are writing their notes on printed packets, but at-home virtual students don't have printed packets unless they print them on their own printers. So the at-home students especially need to have a way to open and type into the guided notes PDFs. Students that are coming to school could do this as well if they want electronic versions of their notes instead of writing them on paper. In this video, I'll show you how to use Cami for the first time when it's not even set up yet and you have to enter some additional information to get the account going. Then towards the end of the video, we'll log in again and you'll see how Cami is used after the setup has already been totally completed. Here I have one of the video tutorials open for one of the classes. And this could be any class in which there are guided notes. On the left side, the folder icon for resources contains the guided notes. I'm going to click on guided notes. The blank PDF form opens. Another thing you will see on the screen is an icon for Cami. That's this blue square with the K in it on the right side of the screen. That's what we're going to use to open this document. When I hover on that blue box, it changes to say Open with Cami. I click that. Now I have to go through a few different screens to set up my account with Cami because I've never used it before on this Chromebook. I want to click with Google and use my GoBearcats.net account. Scrolling downwards, I'm going to click Allow on all of these features. Now it asks, what am I going to use Cami for? I'm using it for school, so I click on that first blue bar. It asks me for my role. Here I'm going to click Student and click Finish. There's a short Welcome to Cami video that I can watch. I'm going to click Continue. Now I've got Cami all set up to use with my GoBearcats.net account. I'm ready to work with this PDF notes document. Before typing into any of the boxes, I want to save this to my Google Drive. The icon in the upper right that's next to the one that looks like the printer is Save. I click that. This tells me the location in my Google Drive that my PDF will be saved. This guided notes for the lesson called Income will be in my drive in another folder called Cami Uploads. Right here where on my screen it says Save Failed, I'm going to click. And then I have to do a little more setup. I'm going to click on Authorize Cami to save it in my Google Drive. I'm going to choose my GoBearcats.net account, scroll downwards through these things and click Allow. And now it no longer says that the save failed. This particular guided notes PDF about income is now in my drive, in my Google Drive. And it's actually in a folder in my drive called Cami Uploads. Because I have the auto save feature with a little check mark in it, you'll notice that the white pop-up occasionally says saving, and that just finished, and now it's back to saying save now. Now I'm going to make believe I'm taking notes by typing into the boxes. I don't want to lose that work, so I'm going to save it. This icon in the upper right is the Save button. I click that. It tells me I have 2 unsaved changes, so I'm going to click on Save Now. This is how you're able to save and type into your notes in Edmentum. Next, I'm going to completely log out of Edmentum as if it was the end of class, and then log into Edmentum like it's the next class, and I want to go back into my notes. I want to show you that it truly did save. Now let's make believe it's the next day and we're ready to go back and finish those guided notes. So I'm going to log in as the same example student that I was earlier in this video. I'm ready to take some more notes as I work my way through the slideshow for this lesson, so I want to open up my guided notes. I click the folder, the resources icon, and click Guided Notes for Income. It looks blank, right? Because this is the guided notes PDF that Edmentum has. This one we're seeing on the screen is not our saved version that we made with Cami. I move the cursor over to the blue symbol for Cami and click Open with Cami. Notice that because this is our second time using Cami, we don't have to do any of that account setup stuff that we had to do on our first time through. On this pop-up, it asks us, which copy do we want to open? I want this one right here. I click it and click Select. Here's the guided notes for the income tutorial, and notice it does have our text saved. We keep going on the guided notes, filling in the boxes, and when we're ready to save, in the upper right corner, go on to the Save icon, click it, and here's where we would save. However, notice it says all changes have been saved, and it was saved a few seconds ago. Let's make believe that we add a little bit more to our notes, maybe right in here, and that we want to save it. Up onto the Save button and click it. All changes have been saved just a few seconds ago. So far, I've discussed how to use Cami for the first time where you have to do some account setup, and I've discussed how to use Cami that second time and for all future times once you've already used it on your Chromebook. Remember that these documents are being saved in your My Drive in a folder called Cami Uploads. So if you ever need to get the documents without being in Edmentum, you can go in your Google Drive and find these PDFs. This concludes the video explaining how to use Cami to open, edit, and save your PDF guided notes for your Edmentum classes.